The wind of discord blows through England, rousing animosity within the hearts of the queen and princess and turning them against one another.
But wherefore did she take away the sword? Lo, where she comes. Come hither to me, Elizabeth. I never thought to hear you speak again. Thy wish was father, Beth, to that thought. I stay too long by thee, I weary thee. Dost thou so hunger for mine empty chair, that thou wilt needs invest thee with my honors before thy hour be ripe? O foolish youth, thou seekest the greatness that'll overwhelm thee. Stay but a little, for my cloud of dignity is held up from falling by so weak a wind that it will quickly drop. My day is dim. Thou hast stolen that which after some few hours would have been thine without offense, and at my death thou hast sealed up my expectation. Thy life did manifest that thou lovest me not, and you'll have me died assured of it. No. Thou hidest 1,000 daggers in thy thought that thou hast whetted on thy stony heart, to stab at half an hour of my life. What? Canst thou not forbear me half an hour? Then get thee gone, and dig my grave thyself, and bid the merry bells ring unto thine ear, that thou art crowned, not that I am dead. And let the tears that would be due my hearse be drops of balm to sanctify thy head. Only compound me with forgotten dust. Give that which gave thee life unto the worms. Pluck down my officers, break my decrees, for a time has come to mock at form. Elizabeth the Fifth is crowned. Up vanity, down royal state, all you sage counselors hence, and to the English court assemble now, from every region, apes of idleness. Now, neighbor confines, purge you of your scum. Have you a ruffian that will swear, drink, dance, revel the night, rob, murder, and commit the oldest sins in the newest kinds of ways? Be happy, he will trouble you no more. England shall double gild her treble guilt. England shall give her office, honor, might. For the 5th Elizabeth from curbed license plucks the muzzle of restraint, and the wild dog shall flesh its tooth on every innocent. Oh, my poor kingdom, sick with civil blows. When the care could not withhold thy riots, what wilt thou do when riots is thy care? Oh, thou wilt be a wilderness again, peopled with wolves, thy old inhabitants. Wait, pardon me, my liege. But for my tears, the moist impediments unto my speech, I had forestalled dear and deep rebuke. Ere with you grief had spoke, and I had heard the course of it so far. There is your sword, and she that wears a sword immortally long guarded yours. If I affect it more than as your honor and your renown, let me no more disobedience rise, which my most inward true and duteous spirit teacheth, this prostrate and exterior bended. God witness with me, when I here came in and found no course of breath within your majesty, how cold it struck my heart. If I do feign, let me in my present wildness die, and never live to show the incredulous world the noble change that I have purposed. Coming to look on you, thinking you dead, and dead almost you were, my liege, I spake unto the sword as having sense, and thus upbraided it. The care on thee depending hath fed upon the body of my mother. Therefore thou best of gold art worst of gold. Other less fine and carat is more precious, preserving life and medicine potable. But thou, most fine, most honored, most renowned, hast ate thy bearer up. Thus my most royal liege, accusing it, I put it on my hip to try with it, as with an enemy that had before my own face murdered my mother, the quarrel of a true inheritor. But if it did infect my blood with joy, or swell my thoughts to any strain of pride, if any rebel or vain spirit of mine did with the least affection of a welcome give entertainment to the might of it, let God forever keep it from my head, and make me as the poorest vassal is that doth with awe and terror kneel to it. Oh, my daughter, God put it in thy mind to take it hence, that thou mightst win the more thy mother's love, pleading so wisely in excuse of it. Come hither, Elizabeth, and hear, I think, that very latest counsel that ever I shall breathe. And God knows, my daughter, by what high paths and indirect crooked ways I met this sword, and I myself know well how troublesome it sat upon my hip. To thee it shall descend with better quiet, better opinion, better confirmation, for all the soil of the achievement goes with me into the earth. It seemed to me but as an honor snatched with a boisterous hand, and I had many living upbraid my gain by their assistances, which daily grew to quarrel and to bloodshed, wounding supposed peace. All these bold fears thou seest with peril I have answered, for all my reign hath been but a scene acting the argument. And now my death changes the mode, for what in me was purchased falls upon thee in a more fairer sort, so thou the garland wearest successfully. Yet, though thou standst more sure than I could do, thou art not firm enough, since griefs are green. All my friends, which thou must make thy friends, have but their stings and teeth newly taken out, by whose fell working I was first advanced, and by whose power I well might lodge a fear to again be displaced, which, to avoid, I cut them off, and had a purpose now to lead out many to the Holy Land, lest rest and lying still might make them look too near my state. Therefore, Elizabeth, be it thy course to busy giddy minds with foreign quarrels, that action, hence borne out, may waste the memory of the former days. More would I, but my lungs are wasted so that the strength of speech is utterly denied me. How I came by the sword, oh, God forgive, and grant it may with thee in true peace live. My gracious liege, you won it, wore it, kept it, gave it me, then plain and right must my possession be, which I with more than with a common pain, against all the world will rightfully maintain.
The wind of peace stirs in England's trees, as amnesty and love return between this mother and daughter.